We're starting in a seated cross-legged position. Make sure that you are comfortable in this position. The invitation for today's class is to listen, breathe, and feel as we move from one asana to the next, to really strengthen, if not cultivate, that connection to the body. Oftentimes we can go, excuse me one second. Oftentimes we can go through life or practice or what have you, and we're quite disconnected from source, disconnected from ourselves, disconnected from others. And I find that it's even more important nowadays to feel connected to something or to someone, certainly to self, because life has really become quite interesting. So as we move through our practice this morning, take time to really listen, really breathe, and really feel into your body, into your heart, what's coming up for you or what might not be coming up for you. And just remember to honor yourself in your practice today. So you can close your eyes if you feel comfortable to do that, or to whatever degree of comfort suits you. Ground down heavy through the pelvis. As you breathe in, expand your rib cage out to the sides and to the back, and feel it lift away from the pelvis. And see if you can maintain that lift, that extended spine as you inhale, or when you exhale rather. I'm just really encouraging that back body breath. Just rest into the natural flow of your breath for a few more rounds. And then begin to move in to your Ujjayi breath. Listen, breathe, feel. You can choose to keep your eyes closed if they are closed. We're moving into some spinal movement, starting with some circumduction. So you can keep your hands on your knees and just start to make some circles. You can go to the left first. Continue to allow your breath to flow. Go ahead and change direction. Couple more. Last one here. And now taking it into lateral flexion, right fingertips to the earth, or if you can get your forearm down without allowing the sitting bones to lift, go for that. Inhale it up and exhale it over. And just flow from side to side, moving with the breath. You can keep it like this or take it into a mandala form where you sweep the arm around. And again, remember to listen, to breathe, and to feel. One more to each side of any variation that you've got going. And come back to center. If you are on a block, you can come off of your block and stretch both of your legs out in front of you. Flexing your ankles, spreading your toes wide, sitting up nice and tall. Go ahead and bend your left knee and take the sole of the foot to the inseam of your right leg for Janu Shirshasana. So keeping your right leg straight, relatively straight, have a bit of a bend to the knee, press your heel down and draw the heel back to the midline. Come up onto your fingertips, take a full breath in as you anchor down through the pelvis, and exhale, hinge from the hips, keep the spine long and just walk your hands forward. So try not to round the spine, just keep the chest moving forward. Hold it here. Keep your toes spreading wide and turn your inner thigh down. Feel the power and strength of your hamstrings here. Breathe into the back of your rib cage. Press down heavily through your pelvis and leg and inhale, come back up. Take your left hand to the back of the mat. Fingers can point to the back of the mat. Press down into the outer left thigh and lift up into a modified side plank. Sweep your right arm alongside your ear. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then slowly come back down. And go ahead, stretch your left leg out. Take a full breath in and out here, and then let's go to the second side. Keeping your left leg anchored, bend your right knee. Sole of foot to the inner upper left thigh. Come up high into your fingertips. As you inhale, ground the pelvis, lift the rib cage away, and exhale, hinge forward. Arms are straight, fingertips are pressing down into the earth. Breathe wide and full into the back of the body. Feel the breath filling up the lungs. Ground down, inhale, come back up. On your exhalation, take the right hand to the back, fingers can point outward. Press down and inhale, pick it up. Move into that side plank again. Really reach the left arm alongside the body. Anchor your left foot and open up the rib cage on the left. Full breath in, full breath out, and slowly come all the way down once again. Re-extend your right leg, hold it here for a full breath in and out, and then make your way onto your hands and knees. Doesn't matter how you get there, just as long as you do. Toes tucked, knees can be a little bit slightly back from underneath the hips, and the wrist can be a little bit slightly forward from perfectly stacked underneath your shoulders. Check your wrist creases to make sure they're making one straight line across and are facing the short end of your mat. Take an inhale, extend your right arm and left leg out. On the exhalation, bend the knee and elbow, bring them into the middle to connect. Inhale, extend again. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale it in. Last one here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw it in. Hold it here. Really pull your navel in. Press the elbow and the knee into each other. And then release. Second side. Left arm reaches, right leg lifts. Exhale, bend the elbow, knee, bring them into connect. You're going for 6 rounds. On the last one, hold it here. Push them into each other. And then slowly release. Keeping your toes tucked, bum comes back to the heels. You can keep your palms down, press them, really root or claw your hands into the mat like tiger paws. So the pads of the fingers, the knuckles or the bridge of the hand is pressing down. You're squeezing the heel of the hands towards each other. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, spring forward into a plank. You can lift the toes or keep them down, bend your elbows and lower into chaturanga. Press back up, drop the feet and sit back. A few more of these, moving with your breath. Inhale forward, exhale. Inhale, press it up, exhale back. Two more. Last one. Inhale, drop the feet, shift your hips back to the heels and start to lift the bum up at just about halfway. So don't come into full downward dog yet. We're moving into tiger dog. So really claw your paws, your tiger paws into your mat. Keep the knees generously bent and move the inner thighs back wide. Take a full breath into the back and sides of the rib cage. Feel the expansion of the rib cage in your spine. Exhale, keep that fullness, that length, and draw your navel in. Two more times, big breath in. Exhale. Last one, fill up. Exhale it all the way out. Step your feet wide as your sticky mat and start to walk your hands back to your feet. Weight your heels, moving into functional forward fold. Just check to make sure that the outer edges of your feet are lining up with the edges of your mat. Bend your knees to take the lock out of them. Move your inner thighs back and apart from each other. Come up high onto your fingertips. And now shift your hips way back, hinge them way back and counter reach by shifting your arms or reaching your arms way forward. Ground down from your pelvis to your legs and your feet into the earth. And draw the big toe mound of the left foot to the inner right heel and the right big toe mound to the inner left heel and anchor your feet down heavily. Take a full breath in just as we have been all morning into the back and sides and fill up and exhale. Navel in and up. Two more just like that. Full breath in, full breath out. Keep that generous hinge one last time here. Really, really reach. Full breath and enjoy the extension of that new space you're creating in your spine. Listen, breathe, feel the change. And exhale. Take your left hand to the middle of the mat and take your right hand to the outer left shin. Take a full breath in and exhale. Just twist and look underneath your left armpit. Inhale back to center, switch, and exhale, twist to the opposite side. Inhale, take your hands to the shins, draw the head of the arm bones up to the ceiling, and slowly come up with a nice long spine. Sweep your arms around and up, bring your palms to meet, interlace fingers, except the index, left thumb wraps over right. Draw the feet together, full body vessel mudra. As you reach your fingers up towards the sky, ground down through the legs and feet. Full breath in. And now exhale. Bring your hands into the heart. You can separate the feet back to hips distance. Inhale, circle your arms around and up. Catch a hold of your left wrist. And exhale it up and over to the right. Inhale to the middle, switch your grip and exhale it to your left. Inhale to the middle. And exhale, hinge the hips, come into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and as you exhale, walk out to plank. Palankasana. Take a big breath in. On the exhalation, shift your hips up for Adho Mukha, downward dog. Take the right hand and tap the outside of your left shin. Inhale, replace the hand, shift forward to plank. Exhale it up and back, switch, tap the outside of the right shin with the left hand. Couple more times. Inhale forward, exhale it back. You can keep a bend to the knee. You can move a little bit faster to get your heart rate up if you like, or keep it nice and slow and controlled. Couple more. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, right hand to left. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left to right. One more. Inhale, plank. Exhale, back. Take the right hand to the outer left shin. Bend the knees. Take a full breath in here and exhale, coming into Parvarita Adho Mukha Svanasana, a twisted downward facing dog. Move your inner thighs back. Feel your shoulder blade on the left side snugly fitting to the back of your rib cage. Inhale, release back to your plank. Exhale it back to downward facing dog and move into your twist. Full breath in, exhale, twist. So use that, so push the hand and the shin into each other to create a little bit of leverage to help you get a twist. Keep the right side long. Slowly come back to downward dog. Shift forward to plank one last time. And now as you come into downward dog, sweep your right leg up. Bend your knee and open up your hip. Come up really high into the ball of your left foot and see if you can move the right inner thigh up a little bit more. And now extend your right leg, square the hips and pelvis, and step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Come up onto your fingertips, rest your left knee. Curl your heart forward and up. Drive your right heel and the left knee towards each other. Hold it here, breathe. Take an inhale here, exhale, lift your hips up, straighten out your front knee, lift the toes, ground your back heel. Keep the chest lifting up so your spine is more long. Draw your right hip back. Really press the ankle, not the ankle, the heel of your right foot down and draw it to the back of the mat. Feel the power of your hamstrings ignite. Feel the length of your spine. Connect to your breath. Come back to the lunge, so pick up the back heel, rebend your right knee. Take the left hand a little bit over to the left. You can stay up on fingertips or come down into the palm. Reach your right arm forward, full breath in, and on the exhalation, come into a nice wide twisted lunge. Keep hugging into the midline. A little bit of external rotation happening at each shoulder. Full breath in. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Second side, left leg lifts. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Come up high into the ball of your right foot and see if you can move your inner thigh up a little bit more on the left. And then re-extend through the left knee, re-square the hips. Step your left foot outside your left hand. So there's no turnout. The edge of your foot is lining up with the edge of your mat. Bring your right knee down. High onto the fingertips, take an inhale, curl the heart forward and up. So you're drawing the head of the arm bones back. Feel the shoulder blades connect to the back of the rib cage. Isometrically draw your heel and knee towards each other. Inhale, lift your right knee, shift your hips back. As you exhale, lift your left toes up and pivot on the ball of the right foot, drop your heel. You can walk your hands back so that the wrists are more in line with your shoulders. Draw the left hip back. Move the heart forward, keeping a nice long spine. Rebend your left knee. Take the right hand wide. Full breath in, left arm reaches forward, and exhale, open up into the twist. So lean a little bit over to the right, but keep that hug into the midline. Maybe you can take your gaze up to your left thumb. Full breath in. Last exhale here. Plant your left hand and step it back to Adho Mukha. Hold your downward dog. Knees bent to any degree of comfort. Full back body breath. Exhale. Keep all the air out. Lift your gaze to your thumbs and step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, come into cactus arms, moving into a Shiva twist squat. So sit back into chair. Inhale, stand up, bring the right knee up, twist, elbow to knee. Exhale it down. Inhale, stand and twist. Exhale it down. You can take a powerful exhale as you twist and inhale to sit. Last one. Come back, hold the chair now. Press the head of the arm bones back. Slide the shoulders blades down. Draw the elbows back. Lift the heart forward and up. Hug into the midline. Pull your ribs in. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Connect to your breath. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands to heart. Quick little break if you need it before we move on. Lots of twists and turns coming up. So back at the front of your mat in Tadasana. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot to the back of the mat. Rest your knee. Scissor the legs. Inhale, sweep it up. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, plant your hands. Adho Mukha. Inhale, plank. Rest your knees. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Come all the way down and stretch the toes away from you. Inhale into Bhujangasana. Slowly release. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Sweep your left leg up and step it forward. Rest your right knee. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale into Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, palms can come to shins. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees and inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, right foot steps back. Rest your knee. Scissor. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Rest your knees. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, take Bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha, Svanasana. Right leg lifts for Ekapada, Adho Mukha. Step it forward. Rest your left knee. Square your hips. Inhale up. Ground the right leg and exhale into your fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold deeply. Bend your knees and inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more round. Yeah, we have time. Inhale it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, left foot back. Option to rest the knees there, otherwise you can leave it off. Sweep it up into a high lunge. And exhale it back to downward dog. Choose to stay in a full plank or rest your knees. Exhale into chaturanga, take bhujangasana or urdhva mukha, upward dog. This time as you exhale it, sweep the left leg up right away. Step it forward. Come on up into your high lunge, scissor the legs. Fingertips to the floor. Step it forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Ground down, inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, right foot back. Full or kneeling lunge. Same scissoring of the hips happen. Palms down, step it back. Down dog. Inhale, Palankasana, full or kneeling. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale into your up dog. Right away, exhale, right leg lifts, three-legged. Keep the hips square. Step it forward. Scissor before you rise. Fingertips to the earth. Step forward into your fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to heart. Take your arms up on your in-breath. Exhale, grab a hold of your right wrist and arc it up and over to your left. Inhale back to center, switch your grip, and exhale, arc it up and over to your right. Come back to center on your inhalation. As you exhale, sweep your hands around behind you and interlace all fingers. Inhale, lift the heart forward and up as you reach your fingers, your bind further away to open up the front of the shoulders in your chest. Keep your feet and legs anchored. Keep the navel in, ribs in. Take another full breath in, lift up a little bit more, and on your exhalation, hinge the hips back, let the belly rest on the top of the thighs, come into a fold of any degree. Move the shoulders away from the ears. Move your inner thighs back, and let that action open up the knees or the back of the legs a little bit more to straighten them out. Listen carefully. Release your bind and bend all of your fingers, kind of like tiger paws. On your inhalation, you're going to slowly lift the heart forward and up, bend your knees, sweep the arms around and bring the tips of the fingers to meet in Hakini Mudra. Heel toe your feet together, leave a space between the heels, squeeze the knees and inner thighs in. Keep pressing the fingertips in and lift the upper body up. But stay in that Utkatasana shape. See if you can press the pinkies together a little bit more. Breathe into the back and sides of the body. Listen, breathe, feel, connect. Take a full breath in and exhale, bring your hands to the heart. Take another full breath in and exhale, twist to your right. Hook your elbow on the outside of your right thigh. Take another full breath in here, and on your exhalation, just twist a little bit more. So draw the navel in and up, and draw the head of the right arm bone back, and maybe look over to your right. Separate your feet a little bit here. Keep the connection of your elbow and thigh. Shift your weight into your right leg and lift the left heel to the left butt cheek. Now slowly extend your left leg to the back of your mat, but don't let it touch the ground. You're in a twisted warrior 3 variation. Hold it. Turn the left inner thigh up towards the sky. Spread your toes wide. Slowly, carefully rest your left toes down onto your mat. Take another full breath in and exhale, twist a little bit more. Keep hugging into the midline, draw the right hip back. From here, We're going to unwind all the way to the back of the mat. Take an inhale, start to lift up. Exhale, twist all the way to the back of the mat. Right hand down, left foot in front. So you're in a low lunge. Everybody with me? Good. Take your left arm up in front of you. Big inhale on the exhalation. Pivot on to the, turn your toes to the left. So you're on the outside edge of your right foot and the outside edge of your left. So it's a funky side plank lunge thing. Drop your hips down, reach your left fingertips to the back of the mat. Pick them back up, sweep the left arm alongside your left ear. Lower it down again. And back up. One more, lower it down. Pick it back up, all the way back to the front of the mat, back to that low lunge. You have a choice of a three-legged vinyasa or a regular one. You decide for yourself. If you're going for the 3 legs, sweep the left leg up and back. Shift forward into your 3-legged plank. Lower into your 3-legged chaturanga. Bend the knee and come into your up dog. And exhale it up and back, downward facing dog. Come up high into the balls of your feet. Lift your gaze to your thumbs and hopper step to the top of your mat. Inhale, come all the way up. Catch a hold of your left wrist. Exhale, arc it up and over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, up and over to your left. Inhale back to the middle and exhale, release. Bring your arms around behind you and this time interlace your fingers the other way. So the right thumb will be on top this time. Bend your knees, tone the muscles. Inhale, curl your heart forward and up any amount here. You just want to feel that opening. So you don't have to go for a deep back bend. You just want to feel that opening across the chest and the front of the shoulders. So draw your shoulder blades towards each other. So retract and then depress them. One more big breath in here. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge your hips back and come into a fold. Bend your elbows, release your bind and sweep your arms forward. Come into Hakini Mudra, back into your Utkatasana chair. Really get the tops of your fingers. So bend each finger, press the tops in and bend your elbows as well. Really firing up the muscles of the posterior chain. So feel your glutes, your back muscles, feel the power and strength of your shoulder girdle, and really, really reach the hips back as you move the mudra forward and up. Hold it here, breathe. I was gonna do Kapalabhati in this pose, but I decided to give it a pass for today. Take one more full breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Bring your feet together, leaving a bit of space between the heels. Full breath in and exhale, twist to your left, hook the elbow. So when you do that hook, you're going to swing the hips around to facilitate it, and then you're going to bring the hips back so the knees are flush. Take another full breath and extend through the crown, and exhale, twist over to your left. Hold it here. The same way you press all the finger tops into each other, now press all the finger pads. Keep the bend in your knee. Because you're twisted, the butt doesn't lift, the butt stays low. You're in a chair. Shift your weight into your left leg. Take the right heel to the right butt cheek, hold. Slowly extend your right leg out behind you. Keep that traction of the knee or the outer thigh and the elbow into each other. Move the right inner thigh up, spread your toes on the right foot. Full breath in, full breath out. Slowly rest the right toes down, coming into your twisted lunge. Draw the left hip back and then squeeze the inner thighs in towards each other. Get ready to spin around back to the front of your mat. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, reach with the left hand to the upper left-hand corner. Everybody there? Good. Now, pivot over so you're facing the right. So you're on the outside edge of your left foot. Right toes, left toes are all facing the long side of your mat. Take the right arm up. Big breath in, exhale it down. Inhale it up. Right arm alongside right ear. Exhale down. One more, inhale it up. And exhale down. Inhale it all the way up and over. And exhale, sweep your right leg up for three-legged vinyasa or a regular one, yogi's choice. Shift forward, three-legged or full plank. Exhale, three-legged chaturanga. Bend your knee into your three-legged up dog and exhale it up and back. And pause. Listen, breathe, and feel. Connect with the breath. Connect with you. Connect with source. Slow your breath down. If you need a sip of water, take it now before we move on. I love how I always advise you guys to take water and I never have any for myself. I guess I'm not in the habit of practicing drinking while I practice, but maybe it might not be a bad one, a bad habit to have. Okay, just a couple of sips. You don't want to hear and feel, you want to be listening and feeling the water sloshing around in your belly, in your stomach. So come back into your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Take a moment here to reconnect. Inhale, go ahead and sweep your right leg up. Keep your hips and pelvis square, step it forward. Okay, listen carefully. As you inhale and sweep your arms up, pick your right heel up off the mat. Catch a hold of your left wrist. Inhale it up and exhale it over to the right. Inhale to the middle, switch your grip, exhale to the left. Inhale back to the center and exhale to the right. Stretch the right arm to the back, left arm to the front. Hold it here, really squeeze. Bend the back knee a little bit if you need to. Inhale back up to the middle. Exhale, drop the back heel and move into a high Skandasana. Don't go low. Hands to the heart in Anjali. Right toes are up. Press the heel down, drag it towards the opposite heel. Go ahead and plant your right foot and now turn into warrior two. So the left foot's in front. Yep. You're going to be backing me again. Hold your Virabhadrasana two. Turn your left palm up and inhale. Go ahead and reverse your warrior. Viparita Virabhadrasana. On your next inhalation, pass through your warrior two and move into side angle. Forearm to left thigh, sweep the right arm around and open up the chest towards the long side of your mat. If you want to go for extended, you can take your hand to the floor, your choice. Remember, we're listening and breathing and feeling and going to the place where we feel we can be and hold the posture. Take your right hand to the right hip and shift forward into balancing half moon or Ardha Chandrasana. Slight bend to the left knee. You're moving the left hip back and you're moving the inner thigh towards the ceiling. So spin the inner thigh back and up. One more inhale. And exhale, slowly release your right foot to the floor. Bring the hands down, turn your right toes to face forward. Let's go back to that wide twisted lunge. So take the right hand off to the right and lean over to the right and lift the left arm up. Full breath in and exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. Your choice of flow or rest. Sweep your left leg up. Step it to the top of your mat. Steady yourself here, scissor the legs. As you inhale and sweep your upper body and arms up, lift your left heel off the mat. Grab a hold of your left wrist. Inhale, exhale over to the right. Come back up to center on the inhalation, switch your grip and arc it over to the other side. Inhale back to the middle. And I'll stretch the right arm forward, left arm back and come into a twist. Bend the right knee. Keep the heel up. Come back up to center. Drop it down for Virabhadrasana 2. Oh, wait, sorry. Skandasana, my bad. So bend the right knee, straighten out the left leg, hands at heart. So really press the heel down and pull it back so you feel the inner thighs charging up. One more full breath in and full breath out. Ground your left foot and turn your right foot to face the front of the mat and come into Virabhadrasana 2. So you should be back to the front of your mat now so you can see me. Right foot's in front. Yeah. I like to make you guys turn around so you can learn to listen, feel, and breathe and not always look. Turn your right palm up and reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, Parso Konasana or Uttita Parso Konasana, extended or side angle. One more full breath in, full breath out, getting ready to transition into our balancing half moon. Ooh, I love it. You're there already. Shift forward, right hand to the upper right hand corner, float your left leg up. Slight bend to the right knee, draw the right hip back, move the inner left thigh up, extend the left fingertips up. Really be expansive here. Full breath in and extend from the soles of your feet all the way through to the fingertips and the crown. And now slowly come back, reach the left fingertips wide, pick up the back heel and turn, full breath in, reach the right arm out and exhale, lean over to the left and open up into that wide lunge twist. Full breath in, full breath out. And now step it back, downward facing dog. Rest or flow, yogi's choice. Hold it in your downward dog for 3 rounds of breath. Sweep your right leg up, step it forward. Square the pelvis, inhale, reach your arms up. On your exhalation, wrap your right arm underneath your left for eagle arm. So option 1 is to hold here, back of the hands, full bind, only if you can keep your wrist long, drop the left shoulder just a smidge, bend the left knee. Take a full breath in as you move the elbows away from the midline and lift them up into a little bit of a back bend. And exhale, hold it here. Really charge up the inner thighs to support you. Feel the connection. Full breath in. Exhale it into warrior 2. Virabhadrasana. Drop your back heel, readjust, maybe widen your stance, depending on how warm you're feeling. Maybe get your right thigh a little bit more parallel to the floor. Maybe. Right palm comes up. Take a full breath in and arc it back for your reverse warrior. From here, we're moving into Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana, revolved balancing half moon. So pass through warrior 2 in your inhalation and reach to the upper left hand corner of your mat and spring forward. Float your left leg, and now sweep the right arm up. Your gaze is to the right thumb. Draw the right hip back. And same thing as before, move the left inner thigh up. And again, be expansive here. Little decorating necessary there. One more full breath in. Exhale, drop the right hand to the floor. Take the left toes to the floor. Walk around into Parsarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Bend your knees a little bit. Stretch your hands forward as you hinge your hips back for wide-legged functional forward fold. Full breath in. Move the inner thighs back. Feel the rib cage lift away from the pelvis. Exhale, draw the navel in and up. You're going to turn to the back of your mat so the left foot's in front. Take a full breath in. Exhale, walk the hands back towards the heart. And I'll spin to the back of the mat. Listen carefully. Keep both legs straight. Lift up the left toes. Lean over to the right on the fingertips. Take a full breath in. Stretch the left arm out. And exhale, open up into a twist. A pyramid long stance twist. So draw your left hip back as you move the heart forward. Keep hugging into the midline. Drag the heels towards each other. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Rebend the left knee. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Rest or flow. Left leg lifts. Step it to the top of your mat. Sweep up. Wrap your left arm underneath your right and moving into your eagle arms. Draw the right shoulder down just a smidge to level them out. Make sure you scissor the hips. Inhale, gentle protraction through the shoulder blades and lift the elbows up. Lead with the elbows. Allow the heart to follow. Hold it here. Inhale, release. Exhale into Virabhadrasana 2. We're nearly there. Yay. Left palm turns up. Arc it back. Curl it back for your reverse warrior. As you inhale, pass through your warrior 2. Exhale, reach to the upper right-hand corner and shift into your revolved half moon. Take it in stages. So get the right hand planted. Extend through both knees, but keep a little bit of a knee to the left leg. Move the left hip back and reach the left fingertips up. I'm gonna have to move all my plants. One more full breath in. Take the left hand to the floor, rest the right toes, and walk around into that wide-legged stance. Grab a hold of your big toes with your peace fingers. Slight bend to the knees. Take a full breath in, and as you inhale, move the heart forward, inner thighs move back. As you exhale, bend your elbows so they're pointing outward and fold deeply into your Parsarita Padottanasana variation. Take the shoulders up away from your ears. Expand your rib cage with air. Listen, breathe, and feel into your body. Inhale, release. And exhale, walk around into that pyramid long stance. So Both sets of toes are facing forward. Lift the right toes off. Come up onto the left fingertips. Inhale, sweep the right arm forward, and exhale, open up into that twist. Draw the right hip back and hug into the midline. Rebend your right knee, my bad, and step it back, downward facing dog. Last vinyasa, I promise. Inhale forward, exhale lower. Inhale up dog, and exhale it up and back. Sweep your right leg up, bend the knee, open up the hip. Re-square the hip, and I'll bring your right knee down, shin down for Eka Pada Kapotanasana prep pigeon. Rest your left knee, walk it back. So we're going into a twist and a bind. You can choose to stay up on your fingertips here, but scissor the legs just as we would. You want to still keep your pelvis and your hips square as much as possible. Take a full breath in and lift the heart forward and up. Keep that length, and as you exhale, walk the hand forward and come down onto your forearms. I did say you could stay up on your hands, so if you're going to go for the twist, you would just come forward and stay here. So for the twist, and again, it's optional. You can choose to leave it out if you're happy with just being where you are right now. Otherwise, take your left forearm a little bit over to the left. Take a gentle lean to the left and bend your left knee. Really engage the hamstring here. So fire up the hamstring. Stretched, really reach with the right arm. And then externally rotate and reach back to grab a hold of your foot. Once you've got your foot, spread your toes wide. Take a full breath into the back. And as you exhale, spin the left back of the rib cage forward. Lean a little bit to the left and press your foot into your hand. Draw the head of the arm bones back to feel your shoulder blades connect firmly with the back of your rib cage. So you're spinning from the back left lung towards the right. One more inhale. Big exhale, ground down from the pelvis, and inhale, slowly release. Exiting pretty much the way you got into it. Plant your hands, step it back, Adho Mukha. Left leg lifts. Bend the knee, open up your hip, re-square it, and I'll bring the shin down. Rest the right knee, walk it back. Square. So the left hip is moving back, right hip is moving forward. Full breath in, reach up. And exhale, leave with your heart. Come onto your forearms. Stay here if you're happy here. Or shift a little bit over to the right. Bend your right knee, spread the toes, engage the hamstring power. Sweep the left arm forward, big breath in. Keep that length as you exhale and externally rotate through your left shoulder to grab a hold of your foot. Take another full breath in. Spin from the right back lung forward and lean a little bit over to the right. Low belly in. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Listen, breathe, feel. Slowly release. Ooh. Oh Lord. Slide your left foot back. Come into a forearm plank. And just rest the pelvis down. I'm not going to make you do anything other than take a little easy breezy back bend here in Sphinx pose. So press the forearms down, drag your elbows to the back of your mat. You're heavy and grounded through the legs and pelvis, and curl your heart forward and up. Take the palate back, sides of the throat back, gaze to the tip of your nose. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Big inhale and exhale, slowly release. Come all the way down into a Shavasana on the belly. You can make a pillow with your hands, let your forehead rest. Let the entire body relax here and just take a little shimmy. Come to stillness, tuck your toes, slide your hands by the ribs, tone everything, press up to the knees. Ooh, take it into downward facing dog. Maybe a little tiger dog, so bend the knees a whole bunch. Actually, let's make it a turbo dog. So spin the biceps up, bend the elbows as well. Keep the sitting bones moving up. And then re-extend and bring your knees down. Kickstand the feet off to one side and bring them around to the in front of you. To the in front of you. Oh, good grief. You know what I mean. Okay, so with your feet at hips distance, we're going into reverse tabletop. And depending on how your wrists are feeling, hopefully they're feeling pretty good. Stay on the hands, but if you need to, make fists for wrists. Okay, so fingers facing forward, or you can have them slightly facing out if that feels more comfortable in your shoulders. Press your feet down firmly, tone the belly. Start by lifting the chest up, grip the floor with your hands as well as the feet. On your inhalation, go ahead and lift your hips up. And exhale, hold. So you're squeezing the glutes. You are squeezing the inner thighs in towards each other. I don't usually recommend dropping the head here. So just keep the chin in a little bit towards the throat to keep the back of the neck long. Oh boy. Full breath in and exhale slowly. Come back down. Bring your feet towards the groin. Come onto the edges of your feet and push the soles in towards each other. Change the position of your hands. So the fingers can face outward now. And just bring your groins towards the heels so they get really close. Come up onto your fingertips. Take a full breath in. Lift the chest up. Guide the knees down towards the earth. And slowly release. Keep your left knee in and extend your right leg out. Coming back to our Janu Shirshasana. So really ground your right leg. You can keep a little bit of a bend to the knee. Drag the heel towards the midline up on fingertips. In fact, start with the fingertips down, but then inhale, reach your arms up, and exhale, hinge from the hips and fold. Now you can take the fold a little bit deeper than we did in the beginning of practice. Press the leg down and inhale, come back up. Exhale, release. Take the right hand and grab a hold of your left foot on the baby toe side edge. Take your left arm up, big breath in. As you exhale, kick the foot into the hand and twist. Reach to the back, looking back towards your left thumb. You can have a bend to the knee if you need it. Just make sure you're not hyperextending. So really spread the toes wide on both feet. And inhale, reach it up and release. Exhale, second side, switch. Janu Shirshasana first. You can have it a little bit wider than 90 degrees if that feels more comfortable. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hinge. So we did quite a lot of twisting, which really helps to increase blood flow, also stimulates your lymphatic system. Highly, highly, highly recommend lots and lots and lots and lots of water. Okay, so really make sure you drink lots of water throughout the day, just to flush all of that gobbledygook out. Good cleanse for the body, spring cleaning. Ground down, reach it up. Grab a hold of the foot, left hand to right foot. Big inhale, and as you exhale, reach it around to the back. Push the foot and hand into each other. Keep the spine long, spread your toes. And inhale it up and exhale, release. Bend your knees. Scoot your bum forward. Make your way onto your back and right into constructive rest. So feet as wide as a mat. And let your knees fall in. Arms can come to cactus or they can stay alongside your body with the palms facing up. Encouraging you once again to listen, breathe, and feel. And if there is any asana that your body needs to close your practice today, please feel free to honor it and do that now, and then make your way into our final resting pose for Shavasana. And so turn inward and just taking a scan of the body from your crown to the soles of your feet. And just feeling whether there's any resistance or any tension that you might still be holding on to. And just allow your breath to soften those edges, those areas, to give you the freedom to fall more deeply into relaxation. If you need to leave, that's perfectly fine. Just remember to drink your water. Rest into your breath. Beginning to come back to your mat, come back to your body. Beginning to find movement in your body once again. And taking your time, moving your fingers, your toes. You can extend your arms above your head and take a big breath in and stretch it out. And exhale, sigh it out, let it all go. And bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a big squeeze. And then bring your feet to the floor and roll on to either side and pause there for a moment. And then go ahead and make your way up and join me in a comfortable seated position and bringing your hands to your heart and Anjali. I'd like to thank you all so much for sharing your amazing energy with me this morning and trusting me once again to guide you through your practice. Be free, be true, and always be you. Blessed be.